everybody, it's Lon.TV, and we're checking out the Microsoft Foldable Universal Keyboard today, and a bunch of people asked me to pick this up after seeing my review of their other keyboard that we looked at, the Universal Mobile Keyboard. So this is pretty nice, actually. It reminds me a lot of a Surface type cover. It is very, very thin, but the keys have really nice travel to them. So as you can see here, they do push down very far, despite the fact that they are so thin. So it's a relatively comfortable typing surface, and the keys on this one are slightly larger than they are on the other keyboard from Microsoft that we just looked at. So especially this T key over here and the N over here, which is a problem too. But the general size of most of the keys is actually pretty nice, and I'm not having too much trouble typing on it, although this big space here in the middle is throwing me off a little bit, because sometimes I hit the Y with my left index finger and I'm not able to get over there with it being so far apart. And I'm also getting a little bit mixed up because of these larger keys here. I'm occasionally hitting the T when I really mean to hit the R. So some of the key choices they've made have been throwing me off, but you have to all remember that I've been touch typing probably since the early 90s. So I have this muscle memory of typing, and if the keys are not all the same size on the keyboard that I'm using, I'm often running into trouble. So if you are less of a habitual touch typer, you might find this helpful. I do like, though, that they put in guides for the home row here, so you can position your fingers properly when you get started. There's those little nubs on the key there to kind of line you up. So that's the overall design. Now, like the Microsoft Universal Keyboard, you can pair this up with two different devices. Now, that other keyboard I looked at will pair up with 3. This one will pair up with 2, and you can switch between those devices just by pushing these 2 buttons up top here, and I will show you that in action in a second. And then you can also assign those buttons with a specific operating system if you so choose. So, for example, I'm in position number 2 right now, and I can pretty much arbitrarily set whatever icon I want up here on the right to what it is. So you have like an iPad light, a Windows light, and an Android light, but this really means nothing. You can assign the keyboard to any device that supports a Bluetooth keyboard. So now what we're going to do is take out both my iPhone and my iPad and see how that switching works. All right, we've got the keyboard connected here. I have the keyboard assigned right now to position number 1, which is my iPhone, so I could type something out here real quick, as you can see. And I can also decide if I want to maybe have that iPhone have the Android icon. I can just push, again, this little switch here and just change its little icon that I have selected. Now what I'm going to do is type in position number 2 up top on the keyboard here, and that's going to switch us over to the iPad. And you can see how quickly that shift happened. You also see that that little light switched to the Android light because that was the light that I assigned to the iPad. So I can very quickly go back and forth here between these 2 devices just by pushing down the button and switching back and forth. So a very fast process, and again, a very similar feature that we saw on that other Microsoft keyboard. So that is the Microsoft Foldable Keyboard, a pretty nice little product, and when you're done with it, of course, you just fold it up. It will turn itself off, as you can see here, and you can be on your way with it. The only gripe I have is that it looks like stuff might get in between the keys when it is folded up. There's really nothing protecting anything in here, and actually you can feel the keys kind of pushing together when there's pressure put on it. So I would probably suggest keeping this in a separate portion of your bag, just because it doesn't feel like it's going to hold up well if it gets a lot of pressure put on top of it. So definitely give it some protection while you're traveling around with it. But it is very lightweight, a little on the expensive side at $75, but it is in line with other premium keyboards from other brands. This is Lon.TV, and thanks for watching.